Hey everyone, my name's Nieko, I'm 24 and I'm PR manager at the KOO Group. And for the first time, with our partnership, our new partnership that we're just creating with Diversity Role Models, an amazing charity, I would actually like to really lay down and talk about my coming out experiences, kind of with no filter, and it's something I've never really done before, talk about my whole story, because there's so many people involved in it, your friends, your family, your school, your peers. For me, it's been, I cannot describe to you now how liberated I feel, how amazing I feel, how happy I am with myself, but it has been a journey, and it is a continued journey as well. You know, mine started at school, and mine was always connected to wanting to be an actor and a dancer and a performer. And I'd always kind of buried the feelings I had, you know, towards other people, towards other guys. I buried that below the kind of passions and stuff I had at school. So for majority of my teenage life, it was all about trying to be this extroverted drama queen at school and on stage. And I think that was the only time when I was on stage that I felt like myself. I felt truly liberated. I felt like I could be myself. And instead of, you know, realizing that you could feel like that all the time, I used my performing and my drama and my theatre groups as a kind of an escape, to be able to feel like, you know, at that point I didn't think you could always feel like that you could. I felt imprisoned any other time I wasn't doing that. And then again, that was the most difficult part, and it was, you know, also society expectations. Before even you talk about equality and being a gay person, you know, at school it was very much I was already judged because I didn't want to go to university. They wanted, you know, I wanted to go to drama school, and I was already a part of a minority because I was fighting against this kind of academic norm and my family's norms and what everyone wanted me to do. So at that point, I found it impossible to also be able to tell people that I was gay. It kind of seemed mission impossible. That would just, you know, my life was already a hurricane because I was so different. Going against, you know, what is the normal way of coming out, I did rebel a little bit, and I remember my first ever time in a gay venue. It was in Oxford, 15 miles away from where I lived, one of only 2 gay venues in Oxford. And the kind of liberation I felt being in that venue. I never thought I would walk into a venue and see guys kissing guys and girls kissing girls and girls kissing guys and everything else, and people, guys in heels and hot pants. And I just thought, oh my God, people can do this for normal, people can be themselves. And that feeling has never left me, that first time when I was 18-year-old in a gay venue. And from then, and this is actually a bit of a reveal to my parents, from that weekend, I was actually working every weekend in that gay venue, as well as going to school during the week. My parents thought I was working in M&S, oh dear. But when I was finally able to be myself, it kind of did start affecting my education. My last year in school was a complete kind of meltdown. I didn't see the need to study at school when I could actually be this complete free, open person on the weekends and be myself and dance in hot pants, and actually people loved me for being that crazy, extroverted person. And although I went a bit out of control with that, you know, I was finally able to tell my parents and show my parents and my family what that meant to me and how that made me feel. And actually their reaction was not what I thought it would be. It was the most incredible reaction. They didn't give a they didn't care. What they cared about was the way I'd gone around trying to hide it or come out or, you know, go a bit crazy and hide other things I was doing that helped me feel liberated. And from there I kind of found my passion for gay venues and for the gay scene, and I ended up working full-time almost immediately in this small gay scene in Oxford, the Jolly Farmers pub, who, again, another venue that just made me feel normal. And I will never forget, throughout all these years, I've always connected these emotions and these feelings to you know, artists that you hear on the radio, I always talk about my big god, Lady Gaga. And, you know, when I listen back to her music, that songs, it reminds me of that journey. And still now when she puts out music, I'm connected to a journey in some way. And I just want to say now I am living in London, a part of one of the biggest gay brands in the country. And I've never felt happier in my life. It's such a wonderful feeling to feel like you are normal and like what you are is not different, and that you can completely be yourself and that you can be happy and with how inside is beautiful. And I want to say that to everyone out there, anyone that is still trying to find the courage to even come to terms with who you are, or to tell anyone else, to tell the world, you know, that everyone loves you, the world loves you. And what you need to do is love yourself and realize that the journey won't end when you finally tell your parents or tell your friends. That it will continue going. But we're becoming part of a more accepting community. And I just want to thank my family for their incredible support, my friends, my best friends, my peers, and the incredible community that we're a part of. And I would love one day to hopefully see you a part of this community.